Pop quiz, what is an excise? I won't make you think too hard. The dictionary defines an excise as an internal tax levied on the manufacture, sale, or consumption of a commodity.
Sometimes people will refer to us as the Department of Exercise and Licensing. And so, again, I think it all just speaks to the fact that it's not a modern day term.
Molly Duple-Jane heads Denver's Department of Excise and Licensing and says they haven't really been in the excise business for a long time.
I don't think we ever have really managed excise. It really comes from, it was the last time a change was made was in 1971.
The department does manage licenses, so the rebrand they're asking for kind of makes sense. They'd like to be called the Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection, reminding people that they exist to keep you, the consumer, happy and safe.
That's what we're hoping, is that the consumers know that we are here to protect their public health and safety. And if they interact with a business that they have a concern about, that they can file a complaint with us and that we'll look into it.
They already handle consumer complaints on the businesses they regulate, like restaurants, marijuana retailers, short-term rentals, and residential landlords, to name a few. Duple-Jane says the problem, people don't always realize that's where they can complain. So they've already created a new online consumer complaint portal.
I think some of our two bigger ones are probably short-term rentals and parking lots.
Now it's simply about changing the name. Making this change would require amending Denver's charter, which means coming to you, the voter, hoping you will ease the confusion.
We really think that the current name is outdated and antiquated, and so what we want to do is have a name that resonates with the public more.
Duple-Jane told me that this wouldn't come at much of a cost to the taxpayers at all, just internal website upgrades, maybe some new stationery, though they say that they would wait until they run out of their current stationery to reload on new stationery. If council approves the change, which seems to have the backing of the mayor, it would go on November's general election ballot in Denver. Then the voters would have the say in it. Think about the last time Denver did something like this was the Department of Public Works back in 2019. They renamed it to the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, DOTI. This one seems like a little bit different because I don't think, we were just discussing it, I don't think a lot of people know what they do at Excise and License.
No, when I was looking at your story, I'm like, I really don't think I knew exactly what they did, but they have a super important job and they really do work for us,
yeah,
the taxpayers.
They do. You know, we went to them when we were doing a lot of reporting on private parking lots and a lot of people's complaints with that area. And there are certain areas that they regulate and certain areas that they don't. Like they regulate the lighting and the signage inside those private parking lots. So you can go to them if, say, the lights are out or the signs don't say what they're supposed to say. The thought is maybe as they continue to kind of add things to this, continue to get complaints, they might be able to find other areas that might need a little bit more regulation where they can help people out.
Well, the name needs to be literal. It's so you know that you can call on them as a taxpayer.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Well,
it makes sense.
And I mean, using the term excise, Molly said, she said, I don't know the last time that we ever managed an excise in this building. You know, this is something from like the turn of the 19th century is like a term that they've been using. So
there you go.
Seems fresh for an upgrade, but unfortunately they have to go to the charter and change it that way.
Makes sense. I love how they say they're going to use their stationery, though. They're,
Yeah.
frugal over there. No waste.
Hey, times are tight at the city right now. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good story, Steve. Thanks.
Thank you.